Economic collapse 2020, how to protect your wealth in Switzerland. The business elite around the world is scared of the economic collapse 2020. They are afraid of losing their savings. Every day I get calls from Hong Kong, Italy, the USA, Germany and other countries asking for the best asset protection strategies. They search for information about wealth protection with Swiss Bank, physical gold storage in Switzerland, golden visa for Europe and second citizenship for the whole family. We have arrived in a new reality. The world has become more insecure. In this video, I will show you how to be prepared for the next economic collapse 2020. Stay tuned.
Caputo and Partners, SwissBankingLawyers.com. We fight for your money.
Hello, I'm Enzo Caputo, the international private banking lawyer in Zurich. I'm the founder of the boutique law firm Caputo & Partners and the blog SwissBankingLawyers.com, the place where international business people find tips and solutions for global asset protection, how to pay less tax, golden visa, citizenship by investment and bank account opening with Swiss banks. What are the warning signals announcing the economic collapse 2020? I give you 7 warning signals for an upcoming financial crisis 2020 or later on. Banks and insurance companies in Germany are in danger. The money from the bailout funds will never be enough if a giant like Deutsche Bank collapses. Banks in Italy are at risk. Some of them went already bankrupt. Riots in Hong Kong, fear of the euro, the US dollar and bail-in, nationalized pensions in Spain and Poland, the criminalization of cash money, control of physical gold, central banks that buy tons of physical gold while they print waste paper. The signs prove that the next economic crisis or economic collapse 2020 is certain. Let me give you interesting information. Central banks buy tons of physical gold. Central banks last year set a new absolute record on the quantities purchased of physical gold. According to the World Gold Council, central banks purchased the record sum of 374 tons of gold just from January 2019 to August 2019. These gigantic purchases of physical gold are an alarm signal announcing the next economic crisis. History repeats itself again and again. I give you 4 examples of expropriation initiated by the state. First, Spain has introduced a bank deposit tax. Number 2, Argentina, Poland, Portugal and Hungary have nationalized pensions. Number 3, Cyprus and Iceland have introduced capital controls and restrictions on the export of capital. Number 4, in Italy, the introduction of a new property tax is discussed. Expropriation initiated by the governments will start soon. If you are still convinced that expropriation by the state or a property confiscation is unthinkable in the future, think again. 30% of all private global assets are already protected with Swiss banks. Save your assets from the next economic crisis by moving your assets to Switzerland. I will help you to open a Swiss bank account. Bring your money outside your country of residence. It is better to bring your money to Switzerland and secure it rather than leaving it under the influence of the politicians of the European Union or the United States of America. Take your money out of the European Union and the USA as long as it is possible and legal. Do it now. That's still legal. Be alerted. History shows that capital export becomes illegal overnight as a surprise. Drastic measures come into effect overnight. If you remain passive, one day you will get up in the morning and read in the newspaper that the export of capital abroad was declared illegal last night. As I always say, it's never too early, but often too late. Global insider information just like these can't be found everywhere. Not in universities, not in libraries, and not in the internet. If you find this information interesting, show it to us. Please give us a like, clicking the like button. Share this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Press the subscribe button and ring the bell. If you do this, you will never miss a new video on how to better protect your savings with global asset protection strategies. You will learn about other asset protection strategies. Protecting your assets from the next economic crisis or financial collapse 2020 is not rocket science. It can be very simple if you work with honest international consultants. We help you find the best Swiss bank for your savings. We will introduce you to the best-in-class asset manager in Switzerland, an asset manager who has a track record and delivers results. Choosing a super capitalized Swiss bank in combination with the best-in-class asset manager is an important decision with long-time effects. Our customers are very happy with our global asset protection services. We have never lost a customer. Reward yourself with peace of mind, knowing that your money is in good hands. Once your assets are in Switzerland stored in a private bank and protected outside of the reach of bureaucrats in your country of residence, you will feel much better. Bureaucrats will no longer be able to hit you hard and notarize, freeze, devalue, expropriate your asset or prohibit the export of capital. Imagine having to pay immediately for an expensive operation in a private hospital. The bank refuses to make the payment and make stories. Having an account in Switzerland, you will be happy to be able to make important payments immediately without a lot of stories and explanations. Your hard-earned assets should remain under your control and not under the control of your government at home. In Switzerland, your assets are protected from the influence of your bureaucrats at home. My clients all over the world are afraid that their savings in the European Union are no longer guaranteed by government's funds. If a large bank like Deutsche Bank goes bankrupt, the problem is not only a problem in Germany, but across all the European Union, with the exception of Switzerland, which has always denied joining the bailout funds. The amount of the guarantee promised by the state bailout fund will never be enough to save a banking giant like Deutsche Bank. This is demonstrated by saying, referred to the banking giants, too big to fail. Your retail banker at home will never tell you these things because he doesn't want to lose you as a customer. Your banker at home will tell you, rather than money in Switzerland involves negative interest rates. Fear of negative interest rates, it's unfounded. Only liquid invested cash positions that exceed 1 million Swiss francs will cause a negative interest rate. A good asset manager always keep liquid investments in money market funds to avoid negative interest. Protecting your assets in Switzerland is equivalent to investing your money in an economically healthy nation. As soon as the money is invested in Switzerland, you have no negative interest. In Switzerland, asset management is an art with a long tradition lasting for centuries. Some Swiss banks formed in the times of the Napoleonic Wars survived more than 40 economic crises. The money invested is protected by the banking system in Switzerland. Investing in your bank account in Switzerland will never be part of the bankruptcy estate. If a Swiss bank goes bankrupt, your assets are 100% protected by law. The investor has the right to take out his investments from the bankruptcy estate. Under Swiss law, capital investments always belong to the client and not to the bank. Why don't Swiss banks go bankrupt? Past experience shows that a troubled Swiss bank is purchased by a strong bank in good time. The very powerful Swiss Bankers Association will never tolerate a Swiss bank approaching a possible bankruptcy. The reputation of the Swiss financial center is far too important. Bankruptcy will never be tolerated, but will be resolved in the utmost confidence and discretion among Swiss bankers. One of the strategies to protect assets for the upcoming economic crisis and bankruptcies of banks in the European Union or in the USA is to park their assets in a well-capitalized Swiss safe bank. The banks that I choose for my clients have a Tier 1 capital ratio that exceeds 20%. Do not have a portfolio of high-risk loans like European banks, are not exposed to derivatives, do not make risky investment banking activities. One of the classic strategies to survive an economic crisis is to invest 1/3 in physical gold, 1/3 in selected safe properties, and 1/3 in high quality shares suitable to survive a depression. This triangular investment strategy is subsequently further refined by the asset managers in line with the specific needs of the investors. Diversification of investments is very important. To ensure suitable diversification, minimum savings of up to €500,000 are required. There are many techniques you can use for asset protection, including offshore companies, offshore asset protection trusts, insurance plans, annuity, physical gold in a private vault out of the banking system, etc. Internationally, Switzerland is considered as the best country for asset protection. The possession of physical gold in maximum secrecy is legally possible only in Switzerland in accordance with the laws in force. There is still no cash ban in Switzerland. Cash is deeply rooted in the Swiss population. However, times have also changed here in Switzerland. If someone arrives today with a suitcase full of cash in Switzerland and wants to open an account by paying cash, he risks a report from the Swiss bank on suspicious of money laundering with the so-called SAR report, the Suspicious Activity Report. There is no ban on cash, but cash transaction must be well prepared before being presented to the bank. Otherwise, the adventure with cash is likely to end up in front of the public prosecutor. The good old days are gone forever when one of the big Swiss banks, whose name I can't reveal, opened 50 accounts a day with dozens of suitcases full of cash money. And in every corner there were machines to count the money. Insider information such as this is not found in universities, libraries, or in the internet. If you like this information, don't miss the new videos. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel now. There are more than 250 educational videos. Click the subscribe button and ring the bell. If you want to protect your assets from the next financial collapse in 2020, you must act immediately. You should transfer your assets legally to Switzerland before the export of capital abroad becomes illegal. We will help you to do everything the legal way. Take your cell phone and call me immediately. Here is the phone number, 0041 44 4404, or send an email to contact@swissbankinglawyers.com. Remember, it is never too early to save your assets, but often too late. Be rich and remain rich. I wish you a beautiful day.